back with the one and only Trinity the Tuck Taylor. Oh my God, you look good.
Thanks.
Oh, Miss Trinity, please. Lady Red, how you doing over there, Deacon's wife?
Right, honey.
Oh, you are with your sparkle nails, sweetie.
Okay.
Okay. And how about Mr. Adam Joseph? Is the go-to-bed wigs already fighting? No, they're slaying. Trinity, right during the break, we were chatting, and I said maybe what you would do is you wouldn't go back to face Alyssa in a pageant, but maybe you could each have your daughters face off against each other in a pageant and be like pageant mom.
Oh, that would be amazing. It's almost like playing Mortal Kombat against each other, but with real people.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that would be a show I would want to see.
Me too. Finish her!
Finish her! I mean, honey, that is the thing. All right.
I would totally watch that.
That would be so good. Let's talk Drag Race.
Okay.
So, now you auditioned 3 times.
Yep.
Before you got on. What did your audition tape or your drag change a lot in those 3 years, or was it pretty consistent?
No. I definitely think there was an evolution. I think, honestly, why I even got a call the 3rd time was because I actually did the audition tape correctly.
Okay.
I'm kind of dumb. And so the first 2 times I don't think I did it right, or maybe I didn't upload it right. So I had help the 3rd time.
What was the first one like?
Girl, I don't even know. They were in like my basement. The first one was in my basement for sure.
Wow.
And the lighting wasn't good. It was bad, girl. It was rough. It was rough. And then the second one I thought was good, but I think maybe I just didn't upload it right. I don't know.
There's always that problem.
There's always that. Or I was just busted and they didn't want to call me. Could be.
But then you made it. The 3rd time's the charm.
Yeah.
You made it on. What were your thoughts? Like when you first got there, you were sequestered. You had to get ready for your entrance and all the rest?
It was nerve-wracking because the first thing that we had to film was our car ride with Ru.
Right.
And so that's the first you're literally right next to her. There's no one else in the car.
Right.
And
that was before even the walk in the workroom, right?
Before everything. So that was what made me nervous. Is like meeting Ru face to face. That's the first thing up close because that was the closest we got to her.
Right.
But as soon as I got in the car, she made it seemed very comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like kikiing with a friend.
Yeah.
Except for it was Ru and I was sweating.
I bet. And then when that day to do the workroom entrance comes in, is that something you had really thought about a lot, what you would say? What was the preparation for the look?
You know, they had told us to prepare something to say.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as I walked in, I blanked. And so I just said what was coming, the first thing that came out of my mouth was, the body is here.
Yeah.
Because I was going to say something to do with my tuck.
Right.
But I said the body is here, and girl, she's stuck.
Yeah. Now, when you first saw Eureka in the room, what were your thoughts?
Oh, I didn't see her first, girl. I heard her.
Okay.
It's like, you walk into the workroom, the body is here, bitches. And then you're like, oh, God, I hear her. I know that's who it is. And you can't look over there yet. You have to focus to the camera, and then you can look. And then I'm like, oh, I already beat you a couple of times, so we're good. But the fact that I'm going to have to deal with you for how many episodes you're on is the thing.
The finale lip sync. What was, first of all, that was a gag for everyone watching, but I bet it was even more of a gag when y'all found out that suddenly was the new format. Take me back to that whole process of finding that out.
Girl. So we, obviously I think this is kind of common knowledge between people who are really invested in Drag Race, that they film the top 4, they film different endings.
Right.
And then, so you don't know who is going on.
Right.
That's what happened. We filmed several different endings. And then, so they were like, closer time to the finale, we'll let you know who makes the top 3.
Wow.
And
so you're watching the whole show not even knowing what happened.
Right. I knew I had made it to the top 4, but
no,
I didn't know if I had made it to the top 3. Now, I was pretty confident because I had won the most single challenges. I have to throw that out there because it's true. And then the second most challenges total. Shay won 4 total.
Right. But with other people,
but with
right?
2 of them with other people. But girl, win is a win.
Yeah.
And so I was pretty confident me and her were going to be in the top 3. Mm-hmm. And then so they were going to choose between Peppermint or Sasha. And then it comes down to like right before, and they're like, so it's going to be a top 4. And then we're like, oh my God. And then they didn't even tell us exactly what was happening until like right before, like literally it is, a lot of people think maybe it's like scripted or it's not as much of a challenge. No, bitch. It is just like a challenge. If it's harder than a challenge from the actual show, because they only let us know like right before.
Wow.
You have to learn these songs and you have to have these costumes. And guess what, bitch? You are lip syncing against each other, and it's till the death. One person is gonna win.
Right.
And so
how long did you have to prepare?
Like days. Like not even a week. Days.
Whoa.
Days.
So what were you at? Like, oh shit!
I was calling like designers. I was like, please, please, please help me. And I canceled some gigs. I was learning the lip syncs that they gave us. I wasn't even like thinking to come up with a gimmick like Sasha.
Yeah.
Like, she's so fucking smart. Fuck her. Can I say that on here?
Yes,
okay, good. Fuck her. She's so smart. Like, why didn't I fucking think of that? Mm-hmm. And, I was just thinking, girl, I'm going to go out there and, do some hair flips and spin around and do what I normally do.
Yeah.
It's a lip sync. And we get there, and I pick Peppermint because to me, because I had never seen Sasha lip sync. Out of the girls, Peppermint was the best lip syncer. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, if I'm going to continue in the competition, I want to be the best.
Right.
And so I picked her, and then I lost.
And she pulled that last-minute trick out.
She pulled the trick-a-rooney, bitch.
Yeah.
And, slayed me, and I had to go sit in the audience next to Valentina.
Because I think you had a little trick. You had a little trick, right? You did like a skirt pull off or something.
Let me tell you about the skirt, okay? Okay, girl. So I had a reveal, but that was not supposed to be so much later.
Oh.
But girl, my fat ass, I guess from the 2 days that I got fitted, the buttons started popping. Like,
oh no.
It was like, boop, 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 boop. I was like, oh shit. So I just like ripped it off because it couldn't be a costume malfunction.
Right.
So it is what it is.
So then that might have been a battling reveal. You might have had it for later.
I don't know if it would have been a battling reveal, but I mean, I think I could have strategically placed it in a better time that would have made it look a little better.
Because it was almost like you kind of blew your load real quick at that.
Right.
And then you just had to really try to dance it out.
Yep.
And when that old gladiator skirt or whatever it was came down.
Fun like Xena Warrior Princess bullshit came off into a grandma church dress. And a Nene Leak looking wig. I'm just kidding. I love Peppermint, and she deserved to be in the top 2, and she's done amazing things. I'm very happy for her.
She certainly has.
I'm just bitter.
So you had to go sit in the audience.
Yeah, I had to go sit
next
to Valentina in her big ass fucking fluffy dress, and I'm in this tiny tight costume because I had gained a little weight in the 2 days that I was there.
Oh no!
So uncomfortable, and then then we see Shay and Sasha. I'm like, girl, Shay's about to slay this. And then Shay stands there, and Sasha pulls off her wig with petals. And that was the end.
That was the end.
There was nothing after that. It was crown the whore, let's go.
Right. I think that sums it up exactly right.
I want to go get something to eat.
Right. You were like, let me pop this motherfucking tongue. I'm done. Let me get a moo-moo and let me get a hot dog.
Fuck the moo-moo. Give me a hot dog.
Right. And what about the reunion? Now, the reunion, they were shot one right before, right? The reunion was shot before the finale, right?
Oh, no, ma'am. No, ma'am.
No?
They shot the reunion after
After.
the finale. So, bitch, we were all bitter, bitch.
Right.
We had known the result. Well, we didn't know who was going to win because they filmed.
Right, they film everybody winning, but you saw what happened.
And we were bitter. So that's why, like, the reunion was so much more dramatic. A lot of people, again, thought it was, like, staged or something. No, girl, we were just bitter. We were
Just
bitter that
pissed.
we didn't win. We were bitter, you know. It was just a lot of emotion. So, you know.
Suddenly, RuPaul's best friend race became RuPaul's slit throat race, honey.
Girl, and it made for some sickening TV.
It really did.
I loved watching that episode.
I was like, I was like, yes, go on.
Like, what else is Aja gonna say?
Anything you didn't get to say at the reunion that you wished you had?
No, I think I got to do everything. You know, I read Eureka. I got to tell Charlie how awful she was during the lip sync. I think I was good.
All right, okay. All right, we're going to play a very special game with Trinity right after this, honey. See you in a minute.
Hello, children. To see part 3 of this interview, click here. To see more Hey Qween fabulousness, click here. And don't forget to subscribe, bitch! Hey! Hey! Hey!